Welcome back, everybody. We're back at the whiteboard. Dr. QB Davis King. I'm excited to share the information that and share the market in which I've operated over the last 30 years with you. How to sell your high value knowledge to high value clients for millions of dollars. And now let me stop for a moment, everybody. I want to speak directly to those of you that are unemployed or underemployed, but mostly those that are unemployed. You may feel as though the world is caved in on you right now. A lot of you may be confused as to the way forward. I want to encourage you to know that your knowledge is worth a lot of money. You are valuable. And I want to show you how to take your knowledge and sell it back, even to some of the type of organizations that you came out of. I think this is the most exciting time I've ever seen in my lifetime. Now, let me share with you, everybody. Years ago, a guy by the name of John Nesbitt wrote this book. Anybody remember this book? Megatrends 2000, the 10 new directions for 1999. Now, what was powerful about this book, when I read this book, it changed my life. It really did. I was working on a master's degree and I read this book, and John Nesbitt premised in this book these 10 new directions. But one of the things that he premised in this book was that America was going to transition from a manufacturing sector to a service sector. And he said the economy would be driven by knowledge. Wow. When I read that, I knew I was on to something. And I'll tell you more about how I got into selling my knowledge. But first of all, this is the book I read. And it's still apropos today. I picked up a copy because I don't know where my original copy is. But I started reading this book again. And I'm like, wow, this is apropos even today as we go into 2025. Keep in mind, everybody, that according to the Brookings Institute and the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 41 million Americans are going to lose their job by the year 2030. That's just 5 years from now, everyone. Now, look at the news. Every single week, it seems, corporations are laying off people. Call it anything. You can call it a layoff. You can call it a firing. You can call it a termination. You can call it a downsizing. The result is the same, that the person has been let go. I don't want you to despair. I've been there. So you're not hearing it from somebody that haven't been there. I've been there. And I was able to turn my life around. After I read that book, I knew that this was something. I was on to something. Knowledge was going to become, it was going to be a premium. So I want you to understand that knowledge is the currency of the future. So I want you to dust yourself off. After you get your head back together, I want you to dust yourself off, and I want you to think to yourself, my knowledge is worth a lot of money. And I'm going to figure out how to sell it. I'm going to step you through it. Now, on this video, real briefly, everybody, let me show you knowledge that organizations are buying. Number one, can you solve a problem? Organizations are having a lot of problems right now. I've never seen it. I mean, I've never seen the ground so fertile in my life. It's fertile out there. Excuse me, everybody. It's fertile. And I'm thinking, now they're talking about downsizing the government, right? I'm like, this is a great opportunity for those of you that have been working in government to show, because chances are you know where the waste is. I've worked at the federal level, the state level, and the local level, all of them. And guess what? I saw waste, fraud, and abuse at every level. You know where the bones are buried. That knowledge is valuable. And so if they're going to downsize, here's one of my strategies. Okay, I know where the bones are buried. I know where to save money. Let me package something together, go back to them and say, hey, listen, I can show you how to reduce the budget. I can show you how to save dollars over here. You know, I was just thinking, everybody, I was just laughing to myself, how that when I was in federal government every year, and those of you that are in federal government, you'll know exactly what I'm saying. Every year they would come by, excuse me, a cat just walked by the window there. Every year, they would tell us, hey, spend all the money, spend all the appropriation money, because if we don't spend at the level they appropriated, they will not give us more money to spend They would give us less money to spend next year. I thought to myself, this has got to be crazy. This doesn't make any sense. If I'm saving you money, you should reward me for saving you money, not penalize me for saving the money. So the point I'm making is, those of you that are in government, you think your job is going to be downsized, you're going to be fired. Don't sweat. Don't get anxious. I want you to think to yourself, I'm going to sell my knowledge back to these agencies and these companies. I remember some time ago, a friend of mine called and he said, "Hey, I'm losing my job." I remember he was on the road. He was actually on his cell phone when he called. He said, "Hey, they just fired me." And he was making a very nice six-figure income. And I said, "Good." And he said, "What?" I said, "Great, great." Why? I said, "This is going to be your opportunity to go out there and really make what you're worth." He told me many years later, he said, "I thought you was crazy when you said that." But he went on to make more money than he ever made in his life. I'm saying to you emphatically, your knowledge is worth a lot of money. It's just a matter of you taking the knowledge, creating a package. A package like you package cereal, or you package cake mix, or you package instant cookies. Sell it back and package it and sell it back. Okay. And so I want you to get excited. Can you solve a problem? Can you help organizations build skills? The people that are left are being forced to do a lot more with less, right? A lot of them don't have the skill to step into those leadership roles. I can't tell you, out of all the years I've been a corporate trainer, I can't tell you how many years I was out there that I saw people that were not prepared to step into leadership roles. And I always said it was unfair to them. It's unfair to treat people like that. You screwed in enough light bulbs, you've been here the longest, we're going to make you a manager, a leader. Well, but you got to train them. They don't give them any training. So you set me up for failure. Can you help them build some skills? They'll pay you for it. I remember I was working with an organization in the state of Texas. And I won't tell you because I didn't want to tell you the state. I wanted to tell you the industry it was, but I won't tell you now what industry it was. But it was a big, big company. They asked me to come in and work with their leaders. I'm telling you, it's one of the best ran companies I ever seen in my life. I mean, and they were looking to improve. When I got there, I was like, wow, I don't know. You guys are doing great. And I said to the CEO, I said, you guys, what you're doing, don't lose this. This is something special. And I work with, hundreds of organizations. And I can tell you what you guys have here is special. But they're always looking to improve, the good companies. And that's why I say I want you to learn how to sell your high value knowledge to high value clients, people that are willing to pay you for your knowledge. Don't waste your time with people that don't want to pay because it's a waste of time. They're just going to complain. Go to the clients, and that's the niche marketing we're going to talk about on the future videos. But I want to work with clients that are high value, that are willing to pay for the knowledge and pay for me coming in, helping them solve problems. Can you help them improve processes? Can you help them increase productivity? All of these are areas where companies are buying this knowledge, and it's abundant out there. As I showed you on the previous videos, if you haven't seen that video, go back to the video where, those four lucrative markets where people are buying knowledge. And guess what? They're going to continue. It's only going to get better. 41 million people out of work. They're looking for a job. I'm saying create your own job. It's time for you to make the type of money that you were really worth. I got the shock of my life when I read recently that the average PhD makes $100,000 a year. Think about that, all the work you put in. So if you know someone that's unemployed, underemployed, they're in the retirement years, and they don't know how they're going to make ends meet, let's explore if the knowledge you have is worth a lot of money. You don't have to go into corporations like I did. I personally, I enjoy doing that. I love it. It's, it's what I do. It's what I've been doing for 30 years or more. But you can create other products. In fact, on the next video, I'm going to step you through some other product that you can create. So now we know the market. We know people are going to be unemployed. We know they're going to be looking for employment. We know that companies are downsizing. They're asking the people that's left to do more with less. And because of that, they're going to be asking people to come in and help them build some skills, improve processes, increase productivity, solve some problems. I want you to be that person that steps into that slot and say, I can do this. And in future videos, we're going to talk about how to place high value on your knowledge. Dr. King, we're going to sign off for now. Pardon my reach, everybody. We'll sign off for now, but go to the next video and we're going to continue our march toward learning how to market our knowledge. Dr. King, go out there, make your dreams king.